back to another Kaiju Geekdom video. Today we are reviewing the Kaiju Knifehead from Pacific Rim. This is the deluxe version of Knifehead and also my favorite Kaiju of the whole universe in Pacific Rim. So here's a look at the box. Now, I did take him out. He's been out for a very long time, as you can see. But this is what the box is. We have Kaiju Knifehead, battle damage, warning, choking hazard, not for young kids at all, collectors. He has a category 3 Kaiju Knifehead, and then you'll see him on the back, a picture of Knifehead with Coyote Tango, Knifehead, Cherno Alpha, and Trespasser as the other ones you can get in this series. This is from NECA, and when we come back, we'll see him out of the package. So stay tuned. So we have Knifehead out, and he is looking so menacing. I love this Kaiju, and I like this version of him. Now, they come out with a couple of different Knifeheads, all the way up to an 18-inch, I think, Knifehead figure. And this one, out of them all, is my favorite, and is in the price range at the time for this figure was a great price. Now I think this thing's going for almost $100, and that's way too much for this figure. Normally you will see them about $40-50, and I picked this guy up for actually $24 way back when Pacific Rim was still going good. So we have Knifehead here. We'll get a measurement on him. He is roughly at the tip of his head 8 inches tall. And he is, from the tip of his snout to the back of his tail, he is about 13 inches long. So he's a pretty large figure. He does have some great posability for such being a bulky figure. I mean, he's pretty hefty. His head actually rotates. No looking up and down. It's just a side to side. His mouth will close, open and close a little bit, but that tongue is just in the way, doesn't actually get too much articulation out of there. Coming down to his arms, he does rotate at the shoulder, and no in and out at the shoulder, but there is a pretty decent backhand. I like to call that the backhand of the elbow. But the elbow bends backwards about, I'd say about 65-degree angle, and forward a little into the, so he can kind of like grip onto those Jaegers that he's fighting. His main hand is on a ball joint. Don't really get too much motion. You can wiggle it up and down, in and out, side to side. Other than that, his inner arm actually rotates at the shoulder here. His little tiny hand is also on a little ball joint, which gets about the same motion as the big hand here. And moving these out of the way, down to the legs, it's on a, I would say a ball joint. You get some in and out, up and down, and you can rotate it. I think it can go all the way around, yes. You can go all the way around. His knee is about that much. It doesn't really work that well. He's more bent in this position to maintain how hefty this figure is in the character. I think he's just bent in that position just to keep him stable. But his foot does get a little pivot there, and no up and down. Coming to his back, his tail is on a bendy wire. So you can bend it any which way you want. So that is the posability of this figure. I mean, you can get him to stand, you can get him into some menacing poses and stuff like that, but that's about all you can do. Now, the details of this figure looks immaculate. I love the paintworks. It looks just like he did when he was getting beat up by Gypsy Danger in the movie. You can see all the blue, the Kaiju blue as they called it in the movie. His blood work all the way down, none on this side. That gives him the look of that battle damage figure, or when he was in the fight with Gypsy Danger. He's got some menacing jaws, some very large teeth, a lot of large, and they're really sharp. They're really large and they're really sharp, but he's got a real long tongue, and it hinders the posability of the mouth, so you mainly can only have his mouth open. And he's got that goblin-esque shark look to him with 6 eyes. He has 2 little eyes here and his main eye down here, which are all painted very well. They're in this kind of opaque green color. See if you guys can see that. Yeah. Now, he's got these yellow stripes running down, and he does have his backpack. So, that is... I mean, he looks really great. He looks like he did from the movie, and I think this overall is the best figure of Knifehead. Just because you get a lot of playability, or you can pose him with the battle-damaged Gypsy Danger, or the Anchorage Attack, I believe it was called, Gypsy Danger, that actually fought this monster in the movie in the first scene. So I think this figure overall has the best look of all the knife heads, and in my opinion is the best figure, or is the only knife head that you need. So when we come back, we'll do some size comparisons. So now time for the size comparison. We have Knifehead with the Anchorage Attack Gypsy Danger, the two that go together, and they look great together. These are in the 7-inch scale, even though Knifehead is standing roughly 8 inches at the top. Gypsy is just around 7 inches tall. We also have NECA's 12-inch head-to-tail Godzilla, which is not in scale with any of these figures, because if real-life Godzilla would be like monster compared to these guys. I mean, it'd be probably around twice the size of these, and if these were actual walking around our streets today. Down here we have a 3 3/4-inch Zilla, or Godzilla 1998 figure, a Japanese import. Now this is definitely not in scale, but he should be roughly about the size of these guys if he were alive. So there you guys have it. Battle Damage Knifehead. I think he is the definitive Knifehead for me anyways. What do you guys think about that? Leave your suggestions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and look out for more of those kaijus coming your way. Adios.